Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all and wish you a very good time of the day whenever you are watching this video. We have to hurry up and try to complete this chapter triangles as soon as possible, but I don't find a reason how I can finish it earlier. Still, I'll try my best and you will have to cooperate with this. See, actually, if I start with the triangles chapter, the first thing that you have to understand regarding triangles is, in the first session, the most important concept is to prove triangles congruent. Is to prove triangles are congruent. Here what happens, you have to know some basic concepts. See, first of all, you know vertically opposite angles are congruent. When are the vertically opposite angles congruent? This angle will be congruent to this angle will be congruent to this angle. This is what our vertically opposite angles are congruent. And one more thing that you have to know, if they have given you triangles in any way and they have marked it, this marks you have to understand. Here it clearly means, this is the labeling. This side AB has only one dash, side QR also has only one dash. So definitely AB is congruent to QR. BC is having double dash, and in this triangle PQ has got double dash. So BC is congruent to PQ. And this angle has got angle B, which is named as ABC. Remember, angle B will be called as ABC. When you want to take the full name of angle B, you should start from any other two vertex, not from angle B itself. Angle B will be what? Angle ABC. You can even start from C, angle CBA, but B should come in middle. B should come in between other two, CBA. So what will be angle Q? To take this name of angle Q, full name of angle Q, I should start from either P, keeping Q in middle, or R, keeping Q in middle. That means angle PQR, I can name this angle PQR, or even I can say angle RQP. These angles are congruent. This is called as identical symbols, identical markings. When the sides have identical markings, then they are congruent to each other. When the angles have identical markings, then they are congruent to each other. Okay, this is one thing. Of course, common angles also we have to understand. See, common angles, how do we understand a common angle? Common angle will not play a much role in congruent triangles. Okay, forget, let us see when it is possible. The other one that we have to understand, see here, the basic concept of congruent triangles. See, when we talk of any two triangles, when I talk of any two triangles, when I am going to compare any two triangles, ABC with PQR, this is triangle 1, this is triangle 2. There are two triangles. For any triangle, how many elements are there? Elements means parts of triangle, body parts of triangle. Triangle, when you talk about triangle, is made up of sides and it is made up of angles. And how many sides does one triangle has? A triangle has three sides. And how many angles? Three angles. If you talk of this triangle ABC, sides that it has got is AB is one side, BC is another side, and AC is another side. And you talk about the angles, angles also are three angles. If I talk about this angle B, angle ABC. If I talk about this angle A, angle BAC. And if I talk about this angle, angle ACB. Like this, there are three sides and three angles. Okay, my dear students, this is what you have to understand. In total, triangle has 6 elements. Similarly, if I talk about triangle PQR, the sides of triangle PQR are PQ, QR and RP. These are the three sides of triangle PQR. And now if I talk about the angles of triangle PQR, angle QPR, this is angle P. If I talked about angle R, then angle PRQ, angle PRQ, and I talk about angle Q, angle PQR, angle PQR, angle P, angle R, angle Q. Okay, these are three angles, three sides, so 6 elements of a triangle PQR. Now when I have to prove these two triangles are congruent, the best is, the most easy is, there are tests that I have to do. They are called as criteria. The criteria are SSS, side criteria, or they are angle criteria, side criteria, or angle side, which can also be called as side angle criteria. These are the criterias. Apart from that, right hypotenuse side test, actually that is called as right angle side test, means when two triangles, that I will tell you later as we finish this first. What does this mean? When the two triangles have got three sides congruent, like supposing if I have got like this, P, Q, R, S. Now you can make out, supposing they are given like this. Now how do I prove that here what happens? This side is congruent to this side is congruent to this side, and you can say that this whole side is same. SR is the same side which is present in PSR. SR is the same side which is present in QSR. So SR is a common side. That means it is going to be congruent. So how do I prove this? First of all, remember the parts. You have to declare which two triangles you are going to compare. In triangle PSR and triangle QSR, these two triangles you are going to compare. Here I am writing and. Remember, I am going to compare this. Now which three sides? You have to show three pairs. First is PR is congruent to QR. PR is congruent to QR. You have to write a reason over here. Given PS is congruent to QS. You also have to write a reason over here. Given SR is congruent to SR. Reason is common side. So likewise, you have proved three elements are congruent and all three are sides. Now I can say, see, I have declared them, then I have proved any three elements are pair of elements are congruent, then triangle PSR is congruent to triangle QSR. I can say this by SSS criteria. This is needed. There are, see, I am telling you, these three are the steps that you have to understand. First I have to declare which triangles are congruent, then I have to declare three sides, three elements, three pairs of elements, whichever I am going to talk about. See, purposely I have written 1, 2, 3. Then I have to declare the triangles are congruent. Once I have got the triangles are congruent, I told you there are in total how many? 6 elements in the triangle, and you have declared 3 congruent. 3 are remaining. You have already talked about 3 sides. So now 3 angles are remaining. Once the triangle are congruent, but remember, you should have proved it. The triangles are congruent. Once the triangles are congruent, now I can name all the remaining 3 angles are congruent. I can freely tell, but of course I have to maintain the correspondence. Angle PSR is corresponding to which angle? Angle over here. Angle QSR. Angle QSR. This is congruent now. Now I can claim it because triangles are congruent. This angle will be corresponding to this angle. Angle SRP. Angle SRP is congruent to angle SRQ. SRQ. Corresponding to this will be, this is angle RPS. Angle RPS will be congruent to which angle? Angle RQS. Angle RQS. And this will be corresponding parts of congruent triangles. But first you have to prove that they are congruent. Now I am telling you that anyone you can write. Once, it depends on what is the question. That one you will write. Okay. Let's take one more example. Like supposing if I have got wait. A, B, C, D. Now can I say triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD? See, if I see the labelings and all, angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD. One is over, one pair of element is over. I require 3 pairs. Remember, 3 pairs. One is over, angle ABD, that is angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD. Another one is angle ADB congruent to angle CDB. Angle ADB congruent to angle CDB. And another one remaining is this side BD, which is common to both, that is side. Remember, my dear students, but here how it is going to be, if I go in a circle, see, triangle, a triangle, angle, triangle, angle, side, angle. Always how a triangle is made: side, angle, side, angle, side, angle. Like this a triangle is made: side, angle, side, angle, side, angle. Are you getting? Side, then an angle is supposed to be made, then a side is supposed to be made. Are you getting? And again an angle is supposed to be made, and then a side is supposed to be made, and then again an angle is made over here. Like this, the cycle is like this when you make a triangle. A side is made, then an angle is taken, then again a side is made, then again a second angle is made, then again a side is made, and then you reach to a last angle. Are you getting? This is the cycle. So in this case, how was the cycle? So if I go from this side, I proved this angle congruent, but then I did not talk anything about this side. I did not talk anything about this angle. I did not talk anything about this side, and then I took this angle. This is not a proper cycle. From here, if I start, I will have to go in this fashion. I talked about this angle, then definitely I talked about this side, then definitely I talked about this angle. So it is angle, side, angle. I am going in this circle: angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle. This is the circle. So I will have to write it in that fashion only. What I'll write first, I'll declare which two triangles I am proving congruent in: triangle ABD and triangle CBD. I'll go by that only: angle, side, angle. So I talk about this angle ADB is going to be congruent to which angle? This angle CDB. CDB. This is given. Then I am going to talk about the side angle. Side BD is congruent to side BD. Then I am going to talk about this angle ABD. Again, this is given. Therefore, triangle ABD. This region now will be angle, side, angle criteria. Angle, side, angle criteria. You have to write in that fashion. See, first I have declared which two triangles, then I showed 1, 2, 3 elements, pair of elements congruent, then which two triangles are congruent. Now I am free to say all the remaining corresponding parts. Now see, which are remaining? Two angles I have already told, and one side F I have told. That means one angle is remaining and two sides are remaining. One angle is remaining and two sides are remaining. Which angle is remaining? This angle. Angle BAD. Therefore, angle BAD is congruent to which angle? Angle BCD. Angle BCD. Reason will be corresponding parts of congruent triangles. And then this is angle over. Now side. This side I have spoken of. AB will be congruent to CB. AB congruent to CB. Then AD congruent to CD. AD congruent to CD. Reason will be same for all corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, my dear students, so this is how we have to carry on. And rest I will just try to explain you as we go with the figure. First you have to understand this format. This is not, of course, this format you will have to carry on everywhere. But out of this, it is not that remaining all the three you have to show every time. Sometimes if they ask you to show the remaining parts congruent, then you will have to write all the three pairs. Otherwise, it will depend on what they have asked. Only that much you have to show. Okay. So likewise, we can go to solve exercise 7.1. I just request you all people to have your textbook with you, because this print I really am not sure how clearly it looks. You have to be now strong with your lines and angles also. In quadrilateral ACBD, so this is quadrilateral AC ACBD. This is congruent. This also should be congruent. What are they telling? AC is equal to AD. This is given. In given you will have AC is equal to AD. And AB bisects angle. This bisects angle A. That means this also are going to be congruent. Show. Sorry. AB bisects angle A. To prove, what you are going to prove? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. What can you say about? And then again, BC and BD. Now that means what? They are asking you whether, as I told you, the later part. As I told you, the later part. Once you have proved which two triangles are going to congruent, you have to show three elements and then prove the two triangles are congruent. Then there will be remaining corresponding parts. Out of that, the remaining corresponding part will be BC and BD, and you have to talk about that remaining corresponding part. So now coming back to this topic, now let us see over here. Triangle ABC and triangle ABD. Now first of all, before going forward, you have to really make sure that do you have three elements with you. That is your test. This is something like this, 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 this is something like this. This is A, C, B, D. This is marked identical. So if I consider triangle ACB, ABC and ABD, ABC and ABD. See, AC is congruent to AD, identical markings given. Also angle, of course, before that, AB is congruent to AB, common side, 2 are over, two sides, remember, two sides. And then we have this angle, but this angle is not given directly. It is going to be, because they have given ABB bisects angle. So you have to use the property of the angle bisector. Then you will get angle CAB congruent to angle DAB. That will be the middle one. So these two triangles, now you have got three elements. But remember, this is not ready. This angle is not ready. So first you will have to keep it ready. Proof. See what they have given. In given they have got AB bisects angle A. This is given. Therefore, angle CAB is going to congruent to angle DAB. Fine. Reason is angle bisector property. Okay, and this you should label as 1. Fine. So now you have understood that all three are ready. Now your comparison starts. So what you will write? In triangle ABC and triangle ABD. You can take the name anyway. No, not necessary that you have to take in, but I have taken same. Okay. What happens? First you will talk about side, angle, side. Side AC is congruent to side AD. This is given. Then I go to this angle. Side, angle, then side. Angle is what? Angle CAB is congruent to angle DAB. This is, you will tell, from 1. You have proved over here. Then again we have got AB is congruent to AB. Reason is common side. So all the, now 3 you have got, 1, 2, 3. So now you can say, therefore triangle ABC is, now you can say it is congruent. Before that you will not say it is congruent, only add triangle ABD by side, angle, side criteria. SAS sorry, criteria. And now you can claim anything else, but they are asking you to only talk about BC and BD. Are BC and BD corresponding sides? BC and BD are definitely corresponding sides. So now you will say, therefore BC is congruent to BD. Reason will be corresponding parts of congruent triangles. This way the solution is over. Okay, my dear student, this is how you are going to be. You have to be neat and tidy and very methodical, very clear with your ideas. Only then this goes really good. Here they have also given one triangle, not one triangle. Oh, where am I going? ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. Fine. This is a huge figure that I have drawn. Okay, fine. So here again you have got A, B, D, C. This AD has got identical marking with BC. So in given what you will have, they have given quadrilateral, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD is equal to BC. Just take your textbooks, my dear students. They have given AD is equal to BC and angle DAB is equal to angle CBA. DAB, remember this angle as a whole, DAB is equal to angle CBA as a whole. Proof. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. BD is equal to AC. Angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. And this you will come to know soon, my dear students. First of all, they have told us to prove triangle ABD congruent to triangle BAC. So actually, BAD, it is looking something like that. This one will be a better figure. This is what it happens. Sometimes the rough figure looks better than the fair one. This is congruent to this. This angle is congruent to this angle. See, you are going to talk about triangle ABD. Remember this triangle ABD. Now it's challenge for you all people. A complicated puzzle. It looks complex, but it is not. See, this angle has got many angles. When you talk about triangle BAD, then it has got only triangle BAD. But then it has angle DAC, but that angle DAC is not of triangle BAD. DAC is somewhere else. It is coming in triangle ADC here. So that you have to understand. Now here when I go to prove triangle ABD, now I have to make a mark ABD and BAC. See, these two triangles I am going to talk about. If you remove this line, then you can make out triangle BAD is this one and triangle BAC is this one. Over here, definitely I have got this identical markings, AD congruent to BC, because the corresponding parts that you are going to prove congruent have to be of that triangle. I can't talk about DC now because DC is not a side of any of the triangles over there. AD is congruent to BC I have got. Again, very interesting thing. AB is a common side which is present in both. And angle DAB is congruent to angle CBA. It is given. So side, angle, side. This is the criteria. So I have got the three. Everything is ready. I don't have to keep anything ready like in the previous question. I had to keep angles ready by angle bisector property. Here I don't have to do that. It's already, everything is already ready. What I'll get over here. In triangle ABD and triangle, because they are ready, BAC, everything is ready. AD is congruent to BC. This is given. AB is congruent to BA actually, but you can write it. AB is congruent to, just because they are going in reverse fashion. One is like this and the other one is like this. Reason is common side. Oh no, sorry, I can't write this first. I have to go in that. AD is congruent to AD side and then angle. Angle DAB is congruent to angle CBA. This is also given. Now I will have to write AB is congruent to BA. Reason is common side. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC by side, angle, side criteria. Side, angle, side, SAS criteria. Okay. Then next will be now what they are asking us to prove BD is equal to AC. First see whether BD and AC are the corresponding sides of this triangle. So BD and AC are. See, BD is the side of triangle, this triangle. AC is the side of this triangle, ABC. So definitely I can tell BD is equal to AC. And what about angle ABD? ABD. Now see, this is the full angle and this was the angle of triangle ABC. But when I come to this triangle, small, this triangle, it is definitely this angle. ABD will be congruent to BAC. Yes. Angle ABD BD will be congruent to angle BAC. Both regions will be corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, so this is done. So in this way, we'll try to do how much it is possible, which are easy and convenient, because exams are there. Question number 3. In question number 3, what is going on? See here, they have given, this is AD and BC are equal perpendiculars to a line segment AB. Okay, so this is a line segment AB, and on this two equal perpendiculars, means a perpendicular over here and a perpendicular over here. This is AD is perpendicular over here and BC is a perpendicular over here, and they both are equal, and then they are connected like this. If you connect like this, then you have to see this. This is O. Now what are they telling? AD and BC are equal perpendiculars. So in given you have got AD is equal to BC. Show that CD bisects AB. That's all they have given. And of course perpendiculars they have given. That means BC is perpendicular to AB, and also AD is perpendicular to AB. To prove, show that CD bisects AB. Now see, if they say CD bisects AB, means what? CD is cutting AB into two equal parts. CD is cutting AB, this is AB. CD is cutting AB into two equal parts. This is what? Bisect. Bisect means it is cutting into two equal parts. So therefore you mean to say BO is congruent to AO. This CD bisects AB, yes. So we have to prove BO congruent to AO, because CD is bisecting AB. A knife is cutting a cake. If knife is bisecting a cake, that means cake is cut into two equal parts. Knife does not cut into two equal parts. Knife is cutting a cake. So knife is cutting cake into two equal parts. Here CD bisects AB. This we have to prove. That means who is getting cut? AB is getting cut. That means AB is getting cut into two which parts? Because of CD, this parts. So these are two equal parts we have to prove. So here we have to prove CD bisects AB. That is what we have to prove. BO is equal to AO. When these are equal, then only I can say CD is bisecting AB. Now here what happens? See my dear students, whenever in this is now the next step you have to understand. Actually it is the same question like what we have done first and second, but purposely in the first questions, when they wanted you to talk about BC and BD, they told you which triangles you are going to prove congruent. Here when they wanted to comment on BD and AC and this, they told you which triangle you are going to prove congruent. But here they are just telling you to prove sides are congruent, and they are not talking about any triangle. But now it is you who have to do that. See, whenever they say with this side congruent to this side, or this angle congruent to this side, you have to prove this side congruent to this side, a side angle 1 congruent to angle 2. First what you should do is that separate the two sides into two different triangles. Which two triangles can be framed in such a way that BO will go in one triangle and AO will go in another triangle. See that, and then prove those two triangles are congruent, because once those two triangles are congruent, now you can say that corresponding parts of congruent triangles, these two sides are congruent. Okay, so now BO and AO, if I consider BO and AO, BO should go in one triangle, AO should go in another triangle. So definitely that is triangle BOC. In triangle BOC, BO has gone, and OAD in this AO has gone. I have to talk about this triangle and this triangle. See, now it is very simple because it is a clear triangle, but most of the times afterwards, the triangles are, the shape diagrams are going to be complex. At that time, you have to understand that these two sides I am going to talk about in this complex diagrams. In which two different triangles can I separate these two sides? That is what you have to see. That is, see, basically this all are puzzle games. They are beautiful puzzle games. You have to think in that fashion. Only thing that you have to think is that can I separate these two sides into two different triangles in the given figure? Yes. Then can I prove these two triangles congruent? Once you try to understand this and once you are able to figure out this, then you will find this topic becomes simple and interesting. See, now BOI and AO, I told you this triangle and this triangle. Now the same thing, can I prove any three pair of elementary elements of these triangles congruent? So BC is congruent to BC, sides congruent is given, one pair is over. This angle each are 90 degree, so side angle. And now comes the crack. See, about BO they have not told anything, so you can't comment anything on that. This angle, definitely it is, you know, vertically opposite angles. Fine. And about this they have not done, about this they have not spoken. So about what you have not known, don't comment on that, but definitely try to make out what are there, what you can do. You require three elements. One is given, second is given, and now this. So you can say side angle or you can say angle side. So usually it is angle side, so I will go in this fashion, angle side. Fine. Once I prove these two triangles are congruent, then it is done. Proof. In triangle BOC and triangle AOD. See, now I have taken these two triangles to prove on my own. In the question it is not told, but it is my requirement now, because if I have to prove BO and AO are congruent, then I will have to prove these two triangles are congruent. It is my requirement now. So triangle BOC and triangle AOD. I will go over here, angle side. So here I have to start. Angle BOC. This angle will be congruent to this angle, DOA. Angle BOC is congruent to angle AOD. Reason will be vertically opposite angles. Angle is over. Now another angle is this. Angle OBC congruent to angle OAD. Angle OBC congruent to angle OAD. Reason is each 90 degree. Both are 90 degree angles, so they are congruent. Then BC is congruent to AD. This is simply given. Therefore, triangle BOC is congruent to triangle AOD. Reason will be angle side criteria. Fine. And here we have got, therefore now you can say BO is congruent to AO. BO is congruent to AO. Reason is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Therefore, because they are congruent, CD bisects AB. Fine. This is how we have to go for these questions. Now going to question number 4. That also is easy. Now all your lines and angles will be at stake, will be on stake. And we have done lines and angles nicely. In this, again, just take hold of your figures. L and M are two parallel lines. So here we have got two parallel lines. They are going in this fashion, L and M. They are two parallel lines. This is L, this is M. And also we have got intersected by another pair of parallel lines, PQ. So again we have got parallel lines over here. One is here P, the other one is over here Q. So we have got this P, Q. They are intersected in this fashion. Intersected. They bisect and intersect. It's a difference. Bisect means they will be cutting into two equal parts. Intersect is just they are intersecting, nothing more, much. Here they have given line L parallel to line M. This is what is given to you. Line P parallel to line Q. Show triangle ABC. Of course, labeling is done. A, B, this is B, C and D. To prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. That's all. That means these two triangles are congruent, we have to prove. See now, if you go to prove over here, they have not talked about anything, only the parallel lines. When line L is parallel to line M, it means simple that AD is parallel to BC. Parallel. And what? P is parallel to Q. That means AB is parallel to DC. Now you actually should have finished with quadrilaterals first, then you would have understood this. See, it is very simple to understand now. Here there is no comment about the sides of the triangle ABC and triangle ADC, but we have to talk about them, sides, angles, nothing. But one thing we can do great. See here, AD is parallel to BC. This is given, right? Because line L is parallel to line M, therefore AD is parallel to BC. Similarly, AB is parallel to DC. AB is parallel to DC. This, both the things are given. Therefore, because both the pair of opposite sides are parallel, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Fine, it is a parallelogram because once it is a parallelogram, now for a parallelogram, you know the properties of parallelogram. Opposite sides are congruent, opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are congruent, diagonals bisect each other. All these properties are there. So here when I talk about it, it's a parallelogram. So when it is a parallelogram, now automatically AB will be, now you can claim, congruent to DC because they are opposite sides of parallelogram, and BC will be congruent to AD. That's all. And also we have got AC congruent to AC because common side. That's all. Side, side, side. Finished. You can also, if you want, you can say angle ABC congruent to angle ADC. Then it will be side, angle, side test. Okay, you can take anything. So now, here, this is the parallelogram, it is done. Now I can straight go in triangle ABC and triangle CDA. What I have got? AB is congruent to DC. Reason? Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Fine. AB is congruent to DC. AB is the side of this triangle. DC is the side of this triangle. And also BC, of course, is congruent to AD. This also will be the same because they both are opposite sides of a parallelogram. And of course now we have got AC is congruent to AC because it is common side. Actually AC is congruent to CA is the right one. I don't know, but how you will be able to understand that, because see, this is cross correspondence, my dear. See, these are cross correspondence. These triangles are not like this. No, like this also there. See, one is like this, one is like this. Then you can say here the correspondence is same because A, B, C, A, B, D. AB is congruent to AB. But supposing it is like this. Now AB will be congruent to BA. because they are going in cross correspondence. This is slightly, here also there will be cross correspondence. Actually B is, how do I see, this will be, you will have to reverse like this and keep over here. If I take this D and I try to match over here, it will not directly come and match over here. If you come and fold it D and keep it over here, the D will come over here somewhere. If you want to match D over here, so you will have to remove this triangle, twist like this, CA, and then D and with D will come and fall on B exactly. Are you getting? This AC, when I will separate from here, I will have to twist it CA, and then it will go and match on this. So basically AC and CA has got cross correspondence. So actually you should write, this is the right way of writing the name. Still if you write AC congruent to AC, but maja nahi hai. If you are learning to learn in the proper way. Common side. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA by what? SSS test. We have taken all the sides congruent. SSS criteria. Fine. And now do they have, no, nothing, but that's all. That is the question. You have to only show this. You have done. Okay. Now let us go to the fifth question. We will try to solve all those that are going in the same fashion. Remember, but everywhere you have to follow this protocol. I know, my dear students, your schools must have not stressed on this, but I really want to stress on this because this will really help you declare which two triangles you are going to compare, then three, most of the times, three elements, pairs of elements, and then show the triangles are congruent. 1, 2, 3, and of course the fourth one if needed, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. That is the sequence that you have to go with. Sorry. Going to question number 5. Line L is a bisector of angle A and B is any point. So angle A. This is your fine, angle A. Line L bisects angle A. Bisects means again the same thing. It will cut angle A into two equal parts. So which two equal parts? Two equal angle? These are the two equal angles. Fine. Line L bisect, cuts angle A. Bisect means equal angles. It is cutting it into equal angles. B is any point on line L. B is any point on the line L. This is point B. BP and BQ are perpendiculars from B to arms of angle A. So from B, a perpendicular is drawn over here. This is BP. This is perpendicular, and from here again a perpendicular is drawn. A perpendicular from B to arms of angle A. Show that. Okay, fine. In given, what all things you will have? In given, you will have line L bisects angle A, and you will have B is any point. BP and BQ are perpendicular. The BP is perpendicular to AP and BQ is perpendicular to AQ. Okay, that's all. To show, to prove, triangle APB is congruent to triangle AQB. This we have to prove. BP and BQ are B or B is equidistant from the arms of angle A, means anything. B is actually this, equidistant from arms of angle A. So B is equidistant means B is at a distance, equal distance. That means we have to prove BQ is congruent to BP. So it's again the same thing. If this would have not been there, if this question would have not been there, we have to prove BQ is congruent to BP, because B is equidistant we have to prove. So when we have to prove B is equidistant, that means BQ is equal to BP. That means I have to separate BQ and BP into two different triangles. So which two triangles? BQ will go in this triangle and BP will go in this triangle. I have to prove these two triangles are congruent. That's what they have told. APB and AQB. Fine. And now the next one. Do I have got three elements over here? So if I talk about this, something like this, A, B, Q, P. See, if I talk about this, these angles are congruent, fine. One is over. Of course, this is a common side. Fine. And then one more is there. This is 90 degree. So side, angle, angle, or angle, angle, side. That's all done. Everything is ready. So you just have to start. Proof. Which triangles in triangle APB and triangle AQB. APB, AQB. What I have got? Angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. Angle BPA, angle BPA is congruent to angle BQA. Each 90 degree. And then we have got this angle, angle PAB. Of course, no, here they have told, no, that is wrong. I should have kept it right, because these angles bisect, it is not given it is bisect. So I will have to first keep it ready, my dear students. This is not right. Of course, it is acceptable. School sometimes accepts it, but it is not the right protocol. Here what happens, you have to bring it to notice that line L bisects angle A. This is given. Therefore, angle bisects angle BAQ, angle BAQ, otherwise I will have to write this first. Angle PAB is congruent to angle BAQ. Reason is angle bisector property. This you should keep ready. Then you should start in triangle APB and triangle AQB. First, angle PAB is congruent to angle QAB. Actually it is BPA. So many mistakes. I have to write this now. Angle, side. This angle first. Angle BPA congruent to angle BQA. Each 90 degree. This angle first. Angle PAB congruent to angle QAB. This is from 1. Fine. Angle, and then side. Which side I talked about? Angle, and side. AB. Now it is AB congruent to AB, because they are not cross. Reason is common side. Therefore, triangle APB is congruent to triangle AQB. The reason will be angle, side criteria. Therefore, what you will get? B is for that BQ is congruent to BP. BQ is congruent to BP, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Therefore, Q is equidistant from arms of angle A. Okay, lots of mistakes over here, lots of cutting, shutting. Sorry for that. Now I will have to stop over here, because from here These two questions are really very good questions. I really love this question 6 and 7, but let me have a look at 8th question. In right angle triangle ABC, right angle, let's see, M is midpoint of the hypotenuse. ABC is joined to N and produced to D such that DM is equal to MC. Now I have to prove triangle AMC congruent to triangle BMD. This will be BBC is a right angle. Okay, this will be a nice game. It is quite easy, but first we will finish off with this parts and then we will do the rest of the things. Okay, my dear students, I stop over here and we will have to finish it off. Before going forward, I'll just go to 7.2. Let me see in what way I will tackle, because let me see, just give me some time. Okay, my dear students, tomorrow but we will be having test, and this part what I have taught will be there in your test. So definitely check with this. Okay, my dear students, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy. Most important, stay happy, my dear students. Love you all. Take care. Bye.